All right, we are back. So I recently made a video, and most of the intention of the video was just to kind of talk about the Katarina fight and how to farm the fragments on tier 17 since the league is down so bad that we actually have to care about that. But at the end, I did a little bit of a strategy thing where I talked about some of the stuff I've done, and I just kind of threw out a bunch of numbers on, league mechanics that I've tried. The league has got me down bad to where I'm going back to my origins of doing shit like just Legion a week into the league or running heist or whatever. And yeah, anyways, I threw out a bunch of numbers like this is 5 divine an hour, this is 10 divine an hour, and a lot of them are rough estimations. But the Legion one I did actually test, and I tested it for 2 hours, and I tested it through Wealthy Exile, whereas the other ones I was kind of just like more of a rough test, so they were kind of rough guesses on what I was making. But anyways, in the comments, somebody was like, "How are you getting this? I'm not making anywhere close to this." And it made me kind of second guess myself because when I had tested it, I got 22 divines an hour before costs. Both times that I tried it, I only tested for 2 hours, so they're not extensive tests or anything, and it made me second guess myself. I was like, well, maybe I got lucky, or maybe I was including the loot from the incubators, while running the new Legion, which would be kind of unfair because I'm sort of bringing in the cost from the previous hour into this hour from including incubator drops. And so, after reading his post, I was like doubting myself a bit, and I was like, let me try it again, and I'm gonna run it without any incubators, and I'm gonna try it for a third hour and make sure. I make sure that I wasn't lying to anyone. I said it was 15 to 20 vine an hour, and he said he kind of hinted that I was way far off. So I ran another hour when I got home today. I bought the headhunter again, and I'm getting the same results. I mean, this is like a 20 divine an hour strategy on a decent build. I mean, this build isn't crazy. Like I said in the last video, I've split my currency across like 3 characters just because the league is fucking boring, dude. And I'm like just trying things to anything I can. I'm making a pathfinder for heist and beasts, and I'm running wretched defilers and strong boxes. I'm making a ranger build for Legion. I'm just like doing all kinds of weird shit. Because there's really no reason to push a character far. All the content's like crazy easy this league. But anyways, I want to talk about the hour I just did. We'll look over the Wealthy Exile. If you're curious about how I'm running these, I figured I would just show this in the background on what these are looking like. I think Tornado Shot's like one of the best Legion farmers just because you're hitting all of them constantly. I did say in the last one that you might make 15 divine an hour on the Wretched Defilers. I don't know if that's true after running this again for an hour. The rewards felt quite a bit better. It might be, I don't know, it could be 15. But it might be down to 10 if you're not on like a Legion specialized build. I really don't know. I didn't test Wretched Defilers for an hour. I only tested this build. But I'm aiming for around 6 minutes. It's like trying to get like 10 maps in an hour. It's kind of tough with the breaches, the ones with all the walls, because you're kind of forced to clear the breach before you start a Legion, or else it'll just kind of jack up all your Legions. But you don't necessarily have to, I guess. You could just like clear the walls as you break the Legion, and I guess it might not mess with the Legion too bad. But in general, I'm aiming for 6 minute maps. So, anyways, we'll look at the Wealthy Exile. This last hour I just did. Um, but yeah, the loot looks fucking phenomenal. This might be like S tier farm, honestly, especially with how cheap the uh, the Scarabs are right now. So this is the stash tab for the last 10 maps, and maybe it was like an hour and 3 or 5 minutes. I'm not trying to give you like a perfect. I was throwing out fucking ideas for you to try during the league and like how they performed for me. I wasn't like it's exactly 19 divines and 72 chaos per every 60 minutes and 7 seconds. I don't give a fuck, dude. Are you having fun and are you making some currency? Like, anyways, Legion's good. I'll say that. But I took out the ancient WOM gifts. I'm getting quite a few of them um, because I'm running increased ancient WOM gifts on my graphs. And these are like stuff like 18 chaos a piece. But where did my Wealthy Exile go? All right, so this is the Wealthy Exile breakdown. This looks pretty standard to the ones I did before, to be honest. On the ones I did before, I got 22 divine. I actually took a couple of divine out because I was like, oh, those kind of more than I usually draw. But I mean, 4 is definitely not above average. You get a shit ton of ornate incubators. I don't sell them because you drop divines off them so much, but you could sell them. They're actually undervaluing. Where did it go? The diviners. I was selling these for 2C a piece in bulk, or at least I did it once. I sold like, I think it was like 200 of them for 400 chaos or something. So I would consider these to be undervalued. I don't know why I'm picking up fragmented incubators. I thought I had taken these off. But yeah, we'll just uncheck that, and we're still sitting at 22 divine, I guess. Um, yeah, I did pull out. I think I said it already, but I pulled out the dunes and added in chaos at 20C a piece and 18C a piece. Um, but yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, I guess you could say the containment was a little lucky. So maybe we're at 20 div an hour before costs. Um, but nothing else is too crazy. I mean, oh, it looks like I even left the dunes map in, so that's another 20C. Coward's Trial, not that out of the ordinary. Actually, on a side note, you drop a shit ton of uniques doing this. I mean, it's not like the greatest unique farm in the world, but I definitely see like probably 2 to 3 leather and heavy belts map. Like I would really consider putting in rarity into this. Honestly, I find a lot of uniques. I don't think it would be like spitting Mage Bloods out or anything, but I think you could certainly find one within the league if you were to do this a lot. But yeah, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's all just your basic Legion shit, right? Um, if you want to get picky, maybe it's not exactly 20 div an hour. We'll look at what it costs to run 10 maps here in a second, but 18 divine an hour. I mean, that's pretty top tier for this league, honestly. Um, yeah, so it's looking good. I think it's certainly worth like if you enjoy Legion, I think it's certainly worth making a build for it. If you have a character running around that you could turn into a Legion farmer. We'll have to see what the patch notes look like and if other farms become viable. But if they don't, and you still want to play this league, then Legion's looking pretty damn good. But we'll look at the price real quick. One of the reasons it's so profitable is because it's like dirt cheap. Over on TFT, oh damn, if I wasn't recording, I'd buy these. It's all been nothing but dunes. Oh, they're starting to sell them now. Okay, I think I'd rather do this on Jungle Valley just because I never rush the boss on dunes. I don't know how much of a hit that is to Legion though. I'm not a big Legion guy. This is the first time I've done it in like years, honestly. But um, I also don't know if quantity would really boost the ground loot that much this league. I don't know, but either way, the maps are 8C piece with a regex, 7 random. Um, I don't think I'm only regexing out like one mod, I think. So I've just been buying the cheaper version and then just throwing away the ones I don't use. Um, Depending on the prices, like if it's 8C and 10C, 10C for the regex, then yeah, like something like this, I would just buy the 6C ones and throw them away. The ones that I don't use because I don't throw away more than 5 per, or I don't throw away more than 1 per 5, or you get what I'm saying. I save money by buying the non-regex ones. Um, but so we got looks like 8C there for the map. The fragments are so the scarabs are dirt cheap, right? You can get 3 for 2 chaos, 1 for 1. Nope, you don't use that one. And then 2.5, or you could put in a buy order for 2 chaos and undercut that guy down there and get him for 2 chaos each. Um, but yeah, I mean that brings us to what 15.5 chaos a map. Run 10 maps, it's 150C, so like a divine cost. So dude, it's sitting right around 20 divines an hour. I don't know. I've tested it 3 times now, so it's looking pretty good. Maybe 19 divines an hour if you want to get like really picky. Um, but yeah, give it a shot. Oh, hey, some QOL shit. I talked about this one last league, but I had some issues selling on TFT bulk scarabs. I put a bulk sell up for like 13 divines early league, and then I sold them for that, and then I got like 5 pings. Like somebody's like, "I'll give you 15, I'll give you 16," and I was like, "Oh shit, these were undersold," and I put them up for 120%. So I don't know if TFT's still having the issue, but I showed this last league. If you click on your stash and then Faustus, open your currency exchange. You have to do it in that order: stash and then Faustus. You can go over to your frags tab, and then I just control click in from my tab here, and it makes selling these way easier because you can check the price. You don't have to do all the inventory juggling. So I showed that one a couple of leagues ago, and it's really nice. But another one I figured out, one of the farms I did early on in this game, was cluster farming, and I did it really early before a lot of other people did it, and it was like really good currency for I don't know, a handful of hours, and then the Scarabs got expensive, and I've sold most of these already. But what I figured out from doing it is you can empty a whole tab in, right? And then you can control left click in as you would. You can set the price of that, and then you can control left click the rest in, and they'll all be the same price. So we're pretty late into the league. I'm sure other people have figured this out already. I don't know if this is breaking information or not, but without the ability to set the you know, tab price or whatever, this is really, really huge quality of life for me. So if you didn't know about it, now you do, and it has some niche situations where it's really, really good. But anyways, that's the video. Do some Legion. It's insane currency right now, so hopefully the Scarabs don't go up too much. But yeah, it's really, really strong if you're bored of strong boxes. Wait, sorry, I am an idiot and I forgot to show the skill tree. It is this right here. Again, as said in the last video I did, I don't know if this is the best. It's just what I chose. It seemed logical to me. Get as many Scarabs as you can while also maximizing the fortresses and 16.5 dunes that you drop. And then all the Legion nodes. Pretty straightforward. You could maybe even go into these nodes here and drop some Scarabs. Maybe. Do I have the points for that? I don't actually think I have the points to do that. Never mind. Yep. I think this is a good tree. But there may be some better ones out there. I haven't done much exploration with Legion. But that's a tree, and you already saw the Scarabs. It's just 3 regular Legion Scarabs, 1 Scarab of Officers, and 1 Eternal Conflict. Alright. Later.